Zoe, you're awake.
What? Oh, Wonkers, get off me! Oh, what time is it? Wait, where am I?
You're in the hospital, Zoe. In Casablanca. Don't you remember?
No.
You got really sick, and they brought you here to make you better. I've been watching over you. You've been in a coma for a long, long time.
I'm not sure. I'm confused.
You just woke up, Zoe. It must be strange to be awake again. Don't worry. It'll pass. You just need to rest. Go back to sleep now. I'll watch over you.
Wonkers, you don't sound like yourself.
You've been very sick, Zoe. You can't trust yourself right now. Just close your eyes and go back to sleep. You'll feel much better afterwards.
No, I can't sleep anymore.
I wouldn't recommend that, Zoe. You're not well. You need to go back to sleep.
I need to get up.
I wouldn't recommend that, Zoe. You're not well. You need to go back to sleep.
Stop it, Wonkers. Good old Wonkers. For as long as I can remember, he's been there for me. Like a surrogate sibling and guardian. Best gift ever. But there's something not quite right about him. I can't put my finger on it, but he's not really Wonkers.
Are you tired, Zoe? You must be tired. Let's go back to sleep. I'll stay right here. I promise I won't ever leave you.
No, I don't want to sleep anymore.
You're not feeling well. I can tell. You're exhausted. And you're seeing things that aren't real.
I don't know what's wrong, but it's not me. It's this place. It's you, Wonkers. You're all wrong.
That hurts my feelings, Zoe.
The call button should really be next to the bed, although I guess they weren't expecting me to wake up from my coma anytime soon. Those vitals aren't too bad. Over 200 unread posts, so I was more popular in a coma than when I was awake. Encouraging. It's from Reza. Flowers from Liv. Thinking of you. I would hope so. Hola, sweetie. I hope these flowers will brighten your day. Love, Liv. That's cute. Liv's cute.
Someone will be with you shortly.
No, this isn't really me anymore. No, this isn't really me anymore. Graduation day, in front of Jammy Hall. I'd almost forgotten this. I won a competition. Second place, I think. Jama was so proud. Prouder than my dad, perhaps. Definitely prouder than me. Jardin de Roses. Home, sweet home for most of my tumultuous teenage years. Dad and me in Casablanca. Our 5th anniversary. Reza and I took the backtracks to Norway and a hydrofoil to Svalbard. We spent a long weekend travelling around the island. That's me, in Cape Town. Mum, Dad, and me. That was when we moved to Casablanca. It's a card from Karen. Karen's nice. She's been a good friend, and she makes great coffee.
Thanks
for joining us. Things are generally going very well today. Wouldn't you say so, Marek?
Incredibly well, Rika. We'll soon be out of jobs, the both of us.
I honestly wouldn't mind one bit, Marek. Following up on yesterday's heartwarming Watticorp story, the company behind everyone's favourite dream machine has announced that customer satisfaction has reached an unprecedented 110%.
Impressive, Rika, but who can argue? The Dreamer has changed everything.
An end to war, an end to violence, an end to poverty. What are we doing here, Marek? We should be in Dreamtime too.
You said it, Rika, you said it.
Watticorp has also announced that surplus profits from the Dream Machine will go to sponsoring free dreamers for children in need worldwide, giving them the opportunity to escape their dreary, pointless existence for a life of endless joy and happiness inside Dreamtime.
Outstanding.
Just another reason why Watticorp is our favourite corporation, Marek. And they're not even paying us to say that. But seriously, things are great. They are so good. Just trust us on that.
This must go into the hospital hallway. It's locked. Why on earth would they lock a hospital room? That feels unsafe. You don't sound right.
You're imagining things, Zoe. You're very, very tired. Sleeping will help you feel better. You should go back to sleep. Just for a little while.
No.
Your call has been registered. We will send someone to your room as soon as possible. All nurses are currently busy. Please wait for the next available nurse. I'm sorry, but everyone's frightfully busy. Your patience is appreciated.
It's locked. Why on earth would they lock a hospital room? That feels unsafe. Locked. All that beach and sunshine and I'm locked inside. Locked. All that beach and sunshine. The Atlantic Ocean looks perfectly serene from here. When the megastorms aren't raging, of course. Then, not so much. You don't sound right.
You're imagining sleeping.
No. We always talked about going to Svalbard. It's such an incredible place. So majestic and so alien. And I was totally geeking out about going inside the Doomsday Vault. This must have been Sandy Bay. Oh, beautiful waters, carefree days. Oh, I miss it. Dad's been away a lot, traveling, but we're still very close. Get well, get better. Please wake up. Hope you recover. Don't die. Where's that book you borrowed? Come back to us. All our love. Where were these people before my coma? I spent my 21st birthday in a coma. That's just sad. I'm so happy to have Olivia Del Marco in my life. And Alien the Cat is hands down the best electronics shop in Casablanca. I can't wait to go back. Not being in a coma probably helps. Those vitals aren't too bad. The magic nurse summoning button.
Stop pushing that button. We won't get to you any quicker even if you keep pushing it. Stop. Please stop. Someone will be with you shortly. Your call has been registered. We will send someone to your room as soon as possible.
Why don't you go back to sleep, Zoe? You'll feel much better if you do.
There's something very wrong about this, and if I go to sleep again, maybe Wonkers is right. Maybe I'll feel better if I take a nap. There's something very wrong about this, and if I've slept enough. It's locked. Why on earth would they lock a hospital room? That feels unsafe.
Thanks for joining us. Things are generally going very well today, wouldn't you say
Locked.
so, Marek?
Incredibly.
All that beach and sunshine, and I'm locked inside.
I honestly wouldn't mind one bit, Marek. Following up on yesterday's heartwarming Whattycorp
It's a
story,
card from
the
Karen.
company behind everyone's favourite dream machine has announced that customer satisfaction has reached an
Good old
unprecedented-
Wonkers. For as long as I can remember, he's been there for me. Like a surrogate sibling and guardian. Best gift ever. But
What are we
there's
doing here, Marek?
something
We
not
should
quite
be-
right about him. I can't put my finger on it, but he's not really Wonkers.
It's from the dream
I wonder
machine
where this
will go to
hospital is
sponsoring-
located. Must be on one of the quieter beaches in Casablanca. The real estate must cost a fortune.
Assistance for a life of endless joy and happiness inside Dreamtime.
Outstanding.
Just another reason why Whattycorp is
There's
our
something
favourite
very wrong
corporation,
here.
Marek.
Not just the room itself, but what exactly? I can't put my finger on it. Unless I literally put my finger on it. I think I need to take a closer look at things.
But seriously, things are great. They are so.
I remember
so
that
good.
day.
Just
We had one of our dad and daughter days. We walked around exploring the city, we went to a museum, and then we ate an amazing buffet dinner at the Wati Plaza Hotel downtown. The Atlantic Ocean looks perfectly serene from here. Karen's nice. Mum and Dad were always moving when I was growing up, because of their jobs. This good old Wonkers. For as long as I can remember, he's been there for me. Like a surrogate sibling and guardian. Best gift ever. But there's something not quite right about him. I can't put my finger on it, but he's not. I remember falling in love with the place as soon as we got there. It had all these nooks and crannies, a balcony, and my own room with an awesome view. There were so many hiding places. Me and Mum. We played hide and seek all the time. When she came after me, she would stomp her feet and shout. What was it she'd say again? I don't actually remember her voice that well, or her face, or that she was there with Dad and me. What just happened? Mum was... She wasn't... Where was she? Okay, that was not just in my head. Something's definitely going on. Helena was never part of our lives. It was just me and Dad. She abandoned us when I was an infant.
What are you doing, Zoe? You shouldn't be on your feet. Come on, I'll tuck you in and read you a little story, just like in the old days.
It's a card from Karen. Karen's nice. She's been a good friend, and she makes great coffee. It's a card from Karen. I remember this day vividly. 5 minutes after this picture was taken, there was a sudden influx of naked 70-year-old men, and that's when we realized what kind of beach this was. That's me, in Cape Town. This must have been Sandy Bay. Oh, beautiful waters, carefree days. Oh, I miss it. I remember this day vividly. 5 minutes after this picture was taken, there was a sudden influx of naked 70-year-old men. And that's when we realized what kind of beach. Cape Town University has the most beautiful views. I spent so many lazy afternoons with friends, sitting on jammy steps and looking out over the city. I remember feeling like the end of my bioengineering degree was impossibly far away. I can't believe I actually made it to graduation. It's almost like a dream. Come to think of it, I don't remember much from that day. I was there, I was wearing a gown, but who else was there? Dad? Reza? And what was the ceremony like? I just can't remember. Weird. Shit. Am I losing my mind, or is reality glitching? Something's wrong. The whole graduation thing, something's definitely wrong here. Now I'm officially freaked out. I didn't graduate. I dropped out. I mean, sometimes I wish I hadn't, but this is a false memory.
You don't look well, Zoe. You're probably seeing things. Please lie down, just for a minute. I'll watch over you. I'll sing for you.
When was the last time I visited her shop? That was ages ago. Did it close down? I remember something about... Something happened to her, to Liv. Something terrible. Olivia. She's dead. I know it. I feel it. Liv had an accident. She's dead. She never sent me a get well card.
This isn't helping anyone, Zoe. You're just going to ruin everything. Please stop. Please go back to bed. Go back to sleep, Zoe.
Hey, a message from Emma. She finally opened her gallery in Europolis. Nice. I'll have to visit soon. Jama sent me something. Knowing her, it's probably a list of exercises to get me back in the gym. Oh, an invitation from CTU to come back and talk about my experiences. What experiences? How to not succeed after graduation? Avoiding bed sores? Also, the event was 6 months ago. Fantastic. My surprisingly large circle of acquaintances has been busy talking about me in my absence. Now that I'm awake, I probably won't hear from any of them ever again. Over 200 unread posts. So I was more popular in a coma than when I was awake. Encouraging. I guess he stops by often. I mean, of course he does. I hope he's okay. It's from Reza. I guess he stops by often. Thinking of you. I would hope so. I'd almost forgotten this. I won a competition. 2nd place, I think. Jama was so proud. Prouder than my dad, perhaps. I'd almost forgotten this. I won a competition. 2nd place, I think. Casablanca's a great place to grow up. Such an interesting mix of cultures and very safe and clean. But I'll have to move at some point if I want a career in bioneering. Maybe I'll go back to Cape Town. Or move to Europolis. I've always wanted to do that. Jardin de Roses. Home, sweet home for most of my tumultuous teenage years. I remember we stayed at the... what was the name of that place again? And where was it? I don't remember any of it. It's weird, but I remember nothing from the trip, aside from talking to Reza about it and this photo. We were there, and we've been together for 5 years. Haven't we? No. No, this is wrong. This feels all wrong. We talked about going to Svalbard, but we never did. We broke up, and that trip, it never happened. Oh my god. This isn't real. This place is a hallucination. Or a projection. I need to get out of here.
Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever. I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now, before it's too late. Before... Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever. I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now, before it's too late. Before... Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever. I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now.
Something's wrong. This place, and you. You're all wrong. You're not you.
That doesn't make any sense, Zoe. Of course I'm me. I've always been me. Wonkers, your old friend. Your best friend in the whole world.
You look the same, but you don't act the same, and you don't sound the same. It's like someone put you together from memory, but they didn't get the details right. They didn't know you like I know you, and they probably figured it wouldn't matter. That's what's wrong with this whole place. It's made of memories, and some of them are not right. Europolis, Arcadia. I wasn't dreaming. They were real. This is the dream, or a dream made physical. By me. I made this, and I can see through it.
But I'm real, Zoe? Aren't I?
Of course you are, Wonkers. Of course you're real.
Are you sure you don't want to play a game? We haven't played a game in so long.
I'm sorry, Wonkers.
Okay, then. Promise to wake me up later?
I promise.
Nighty-night.
I'll miss you too, buddy.
Bib, stop that. It's not a toy. You could kill someone. Someone you don't want to kill.
Send for a healer, you cretins! My legs are broken!
What do we do with her?
I haven't decided yet. We have enough on Sister Alessandra to hold a summary court-martial and execute her. Or we send her to Sadia to stand trial. She'll face death. Or worse, a solitary life sentence in the black hole. To be honest, I think that decision should be yours.
She's murdered thousands, and she believes she's righteous. Nothing will be gained from sparing her life. Our people must know the truth. Alessandra needs to stand trial for what she's done in Sadia. She must stand trial, but we don't know what's happening in Sadia. Someone may want to protect her, and we can't bring her with us to Mercuria. She must stand trial, but we don't know what's happening in Sadia. Someone may want to protect her, and we can't bring her with us to Mercuria. What if we leave her here?
Leave her? Do you think that's a good idea, Kian?
Her crimes are against magicals. Let them decide what to do with her.
I can't imagine they'll show her any mercy. Oh, very well, Kian. We'll leave Sister Alessandra in the hands of her prisoners. May the goddess have mercy on her soul.
Let me go, you fools. You're doing the Shadow's work. Goddess, help me. Oh, it hurts.
What now, Kian?
We go back, and we end this. Can I count on your help?
You can. When I followed you here, I had no idea. I had my suspicions. I don't trust Vamon and Saya. They've been lying to us, and they're planning something. But I was blinded by faith and my trust in the Council. I followed you so that I could arrest you, kill you, if necessary, to have my eyes opened this way. A veil's been lifted, all thanks to you. I failed you. I failed our nation. And I'm sorry for that, Kian, for distrusting you. I should have known better.
Our friendship may never be the same, but we need to put this behind us and move on. I'm disappointed in him. He should know me better than to think I would knowingly betray my people. But I won't confront him about it until after the war is won. He should have known better than to brand me a traitor. But I understand why he made that mistake. I gave you reason to doubt me.
I'm not so sure about that, Kian. I acted rashly and...
General, Harmy, I forgive you. There's one thing I must know. Who told you I'd gone to Kian?
Mother Utana. Don't ask me how she knew. She has her sources. She urged me to follow you.
She wanted you to see this with your own eyes.
Perhaps so, but how would she know what I'd find here?
She trusted me.
Yes, although, if she already knew the truth, why did she say nothing? It wouldn't have been better to keep me in Mercuria and arrest Vamon and Saya?
I'm sure she had her reasons, Harmy. Is your cloud ship ready to bring us back?
The fastest ship in the fleet. We'll be there in less than 3 days.
Enough time to lay plans along the way. I need your most trusted men to fight alongside the rebels against Vamon's troops.
They will. There are fewer of us than there are of them, but we have the light on our side. We'll follow your command, Kian. To the first mountain, if it be so.
What will happen to the prisoners?
They'll be freed, fed, cared for. They'll need to stay here until the situation in Mercuria has been resolved. After that, we can provide them with passage to wherever they want to go. We owe them that, and much more.
We'll have to leave young Bip with his parents, or I'm sure he'll try to sneak on board our ship. Bip, time to go.
Everything's ready for the ceremony, Your Excellency. The engineers have informed me that the engine is ready. Whenever you wish to begin.
My men have been posted around the city, ready to handle any unrest. Though I don't expect any. This being Reap Moon's Eve, most of the peasants will be too drunk to pay attention.
Is there anything else you need, Prophet?
You've done all I've asked.
With the General away, there will be fewer distractions to worry about. The Office of Scientific Progress has proven itself a loyal servant to the Goddess. The support in Sadir has been unwavering. I am pleased with your work.
Thank you, Prophet. We live to serve the Goddess.
Where is the First?
In her room, praying for the success of our mission. She did not want to overshadow this ceremony with her presence. Her humility makes her a worthy one of the Six.
You deserve all the glory tonight, sister. You, and the Commander, of course. When I activate the engine, a new era will begin. We will shape this world according to the wishes of the Goddess. Magic will finally be eradicated. The transition may cause fear and unrest for a time, but I trust you to handle this with authority and efficiency.
Of course.
I must prepare. When I am ready, I'll send word to you. You will have the privilege of telling the people of this city they're witnessing the birth of a new era.
Harmy has returned. With Kian. He's joined the Resistance.
What? Who told you this?
They've been trying to recruit my men. Some have turned, though most have not.
Why didn't you inform the Prophet?
And have him cast us from the top of the tower. We'll handle this. The Prophet will never know.
Mother Utana and the First, they can't know either. They might interfere.
You take care of them. I will take care of the Resistance and Harmy. Once and for all. Soon it won't even matter. Tonight, once the engine is active.
We take control, yes, I know. I just... We didn't need this. Not when we're so close, after all that we...
Don't worry yourself, sire. Proceed as planned.
Yes. Yes.
Long ago, when I was a boy, exploring the mountains close to my village, I met an old Dolmari man, herding his stone goats. Our two people were officially at war, but there were still Dolmari tribes near our village and some trade between humans and magicals. The old man spoke with kindness, fed me dried fruits and goat's milk, and told me I had magic in me, just like his grandchildren. When I returned home and told my mother, she commanded me to never speak a word of this to my father. And then she leaned in and whispered something in my ear I'll always remember. Magic, she said, is a part of everything. Magic is in the wind and rain, the stones and the ocean. It's in me, my mother said. And it's in you. Your heart, your mind, your blood. We've been at war with magic for most of my life. But I've never forgot my mother's whispered words. And I've always felt it in me. Felt that magic's a part of me. For decades, I've fought it, denied it, rejected it. Tonight, that fight ends, and another begins. This is no longer a war between humans and magicals. This is a battle for the very soul of our world. If you will have me, if you accept us, we stand with you all. We fight at your side.
Tonight, we put aside our differences, our history, our grievances, and we stand united as one. Humans and magicals, Azadi and Northlanders. We are all Arcadians. Our eyes have been opened to the truth of what's being done to magicals. The Prophet has deceived the Azadi people. The engine is a weapon aimed at us all. We don't yet know what this ceremony will bring. But if we don't act tonight, in the face of death, we shall live to regret it tomorrow. General Harmy will lead sorties against Vamon's men, force their surrender, and push through to the commander and Sister Saya. Those who refuse to lay down their arms, we fight. As hard as it will be to strike at your own brothers, there's no other choice. Your goal is to apprehend Saya and Vamon, alive if possible, dead if necessary. You'll take your commands from the General. Any misgivings you may have must be put to rest now. I trust Harmy with my life. And tonight, so shall you. Anik will lead a team to Coldstone to free Ulvik and the imprisoned rebels, along with Benrime Salmin, who risked her life aiding the resistance. The engine must be destroyed. We don't know what it's truly for or how it works, but the Prophet means to reshape the world using its powers. This isn't magic. It's something darker than sorcery. Something older and infinitely more dangerous. Let's stop it. Let's stop them all from destroying our world, from destroying magic. Let's do this in the memory of our absent comrades. Liko, Bob who can see, there's been enough death. Come back alive. You've received your assignments. Prepare to move out. And when this night is over, let's all return here to watch the sun rise on a new Mercuria.
You know what to do, Kian?
Ferdows will shut down the engine from the control room near the green. In order to do that, he needs me inside the tower.
You'll go alone?
I've been inside before. It will be easier on my own. Anna and Enu will escort Ferdows and keep him safe.
I wish we could fight side by side tonight, but your task is more important. And more perilous.
You'll have the Resistance by your side.
I couldn't ask for better company. My men won't flinch from their duty. When they learned what was being done to the non-humans, and what the camps were for. I wish there was time to spread the truth further. But instead, we're forced to fight our own. We can only hope that most choose to surrender, rather than remain loyal to Vamon.
I'm sure they will, once they find themselves facing you. Civil war is a terrible thing, Harmy. Most men shy from it. I don't envy you your task tonight.
We do what we must. Goddess protect you, Kian. If all goes well, we'll talk again soon.
We shall.
I'm grateful to your goddess for bringing you back to me, Kian, unharmed, in time to fight alongside your sisters and brothers.
I'm sorry for defying you, Shepard.
Sorry? Child, you did the right thing. I was blinded by fear. I just wish Liko had disobeyed me and gone with you to Gien, instead of...
If Liko had joined me on Gien, he'd probably be alive. If he had, Shepard would be dead. There's nothing I can say to ease her guilt. If he had, Shepard would be dead. Then you would not be standing here tonight.
Perhaps, but he would be alive to fight tonight. What can I do?
Look around. Humans and magicals coming together. This wouldn't have happened without you.
Liko would have been proud to fight alongside you, Kian. And I am proud to call you my friend. You've come a long way from the broken man who arrived in the Enclave many months ago.
You believed in me, Shepard. That's what saved me.
I played only a small part. You began believing in yourself. That's what mattered the most. May your goddess continue to watch over you. We need all the help we can get from all the deities that watch over our mortal realms. Go now. Fight. Save us all from chaos.
I'm proud of them. After the raid on the Enclave, I wouldn't have blamed them for giving up. But here they are, ready to finish the fight. Hami's men stand with us, but too many are still loyal to Vamon. It'll be brother against brother tonight.
That was a really good speech. I'm sure someone's going to put that into play someday. You know, one of those stirring, heroic monologues before the final act, before everyone... dies? I'm not saying everyone's going to die, I'm just saying... Liko would have approved.
I hope so.
Oh, I know so. He had so much respect for you. Even though you boys... I'm not saying he liked you, but there was respect. He wasn't actually going to kill you, you know. After this, that was just Liko being Liko.
Liko. I know. When this is over, we'll honor his memory.
I think he'd care a lot more about us winning the war than receiving a nice eulogy.
Tonight is for Liko, then. For Bob who can see. For all who were lost.
And for those of us still alive. Let's not forget those of us still alive.
For all of us.
Yeah. I'm really scared. I mean, I wouldn't tell anyone else, but I really am. I do not want to die. I know I keep telling people I'm ready to die, but...
I know. And I can't tell you that won't happen. Because it might.
Great. Good to know. Very comforting. If I do die, then at least I died for something. Right? Something important. My life had meaning. That's something, right? Right. Well, good luck, Kian. What is it you people say? I hope your goddess smiles on you. And to be honest, on me as well. I mean, she's not my goddess, but I'd still appreciate a smile, or just the tiniest smirk. Maybe a wink? Basically, any kind of acknowledgement will do. I want to be in good standing with all gods, goddesses, and non-gendered deities tonight. Oh.
I stand with you, Kian. And I'm not the only one. Look around. These men and women would all lay down their lives for you.
You should talk to Anna. She's itching to head out as soon as you give the word. I'll do my best to help her and Firdaus do whatever they need to do.
They will stay true to our side, no matter what. I'll pray for them. Every single one of them. So much is on that man's shoulders tonight. I hope they're stronger than they look. Those shoulders don't look very strong. Anna, Elena, we haven't...
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not...
Talked, and... Sorry, what were you saying?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, Kian, really. I'm glad you're back and in one piece. We have a job to do. We can talk after.
Good, yes. After. We really should.
Anu and I will escort Ferdows to the engine house in the green. We'll watch over him while he does whatever it is that he needs to do. Kian, are you sure we can trust him?
Do we have a choice? Yes, I believe we can.
Okay. He'll be ready when you found your way into the tower.
Whether she is Utana's trusted source or not, it doesn't matter now. We have other concerns. Something Hami said. Utana learned of my trip to Gien from a trusted source. I wonder... Did you tell Utana about Gien?
All right. Yes. Yes, I did. I did it to help you. I trust the mother. I always have, ever since... Well, you know, you and her, you saved my life half a lifetime ago. I'm sorry for trying to help.
If you hadn't told Utana, I'd be dead now. So, thank you.
That's it. Thank you. We might never see each other again, and...
I can't give her what she desires most. But I can still grant her a kiss. I can't give her everything she's hoping for. But I can at least say something to make her feel better. Words can never bridge the gap between us. I can't give...
Hey, whoa, what?
I'm just trying to...
No, just... No, that's not...
Sorry.
Don't do that. I am sorry for... All right,
Are we leaving soon? Because if we wait much longer, I'm afraid I'll just curl up into a ball and be of no use to anyone.
The streets are crowded with revelers, and the Zardi are staying out their way. There's no better time. This whole reaping thing is giving them the willies. It's way too pagan for our pious occupiers.
I'll find a way into the heart of the tower.
And we'll stand by and wait for you to contact us.
You still believe you can shut the engine down remotely, Ferdows?
With your help? Unless they've disconnected the pipes. Yes, I believe so. I know they're still waiting on the final calculations to be sent to the tower, so if we hurry...
Then let's not waste any more time.
Just get inside the tower and find the engine and contact us via the speaking tube. I'll walk you through the steps needed for me to take control, and then I'll force the engine to crash.
Crash?
Crash! Wait, what's happening now? Why are we all saying crash? Has there been an accident?
If we feed it the wrong instructions, the engine will stop working. Like a cloud ship that, crashes into a mountainside. It's complicated, but really quite easy.
We'll have to take your word for it.
I've worked on the engine for years. I know how it operates.
Are you guys ready? I am so ready. I mean, not really, because I have no idea what we're doing, but I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Not that I feel ready. I prefer fighting an enemy I can see, and I don't understand what this engine is, or how Ferdows plans to stop it, or what it's doing, but... So how about it, guys?
Let's go. Be safe, Kian. If you die, I'll be very cross with you.
Great Moon's Eve must be very important to Mercurians if they're willing to make such fools of themselves. I don't envy them their guard duty tonight. I don't think they're enjoying the festival much. The guards are checking everyone going through the benefactor's gate to the ceremony in Tower Square. Everyone's drunk, uninhibited, agitated. This could go very wrong, very quickly.
Watch the Wicker Witch burn! Let the witch burn!
They've been told to keep vigilant, but to not interfere with the festivities. I'm sure they'd rather be in their barracks. The wreaths are part of the Harvest Festival tradition. Honor Hilaris has posted these bills everywhere. He's serious about his run for office. Under his leadership, the City Watch will fester and rot.
Cheers, everyone pumped up! The next round's on me!
Reap Moon's Eve must be very important to Mercurians if they're willing to make such fools of themselves.
Please, there are people trying to sleep. Think of the children.
You run out of wine before we get there. When's the ceremony starting? You can't stop.
They're lining up for the ceremony in Tower Square. They must be curious.
This is so exciting. I love so.
Calm down, everyone. You'll get through before the ceremony begins. Anyone caught jumping the line will be sent to the back. There's no rush. The ceremony's not even starting yet. Just stay in line and have your papers ready. City to the ground. Goddess damn inheritance. Good eloquent, nice eloquent. I love you.
Gather round, friends, gather round. A most joyful Reap Moon's Eve to you all. Witness. A magical abomination has appeared among us on this holiest of holy nights. It's an affront to decency and humanity. A foul, feathered, chattering... foul!
Okay, joke's on me. Open this cage right now.
It speaks with the voice of the great necromancer.
The voice of the what now?
Hold your breath, feathered servant of the shadow. Keep your obscene beak shut.
Can't argue with the obscene beak bit, but I'm not liking this whole bonfire thing you've got going on. I smell charred feathers.
Soon the grand ceremony begins, and the great engine ushers in a new age of reason, logic, and humanity. And an end to sorcery. We cannot let this foul heresy poison the night with its squawks and feathery filth. This false fowl mocked me once before and caused a fellow follower, a fair friend of the cause, great physical pain and discomfort. The man may never be able to drink without dribbling again, all because of this freak of nature. I, Honor Hilaris, candidate and faithful servant of humanity, will personally light the bonfire to rid Mercuria of this final remnant of diseased magic, honoring our ancient human traditions and...
You gibbering coward. When are you gonna shut up and just go away? People are sick and tired of your racist tirades. If anyone here should be burned on that bonfire, it's you. Killing that poor bird is the complete opposite of what the reaping's all about. How dare you claim to represent humanity when there's nothing human about you at all?
Hear, hear!
And you! You're supposed to be keeping the peace, aren't you? When were you planning to put a stop to this? Are you just gonna let that madman burn birds and incite violence in the city you've sworn to protect?
We do not intervene in local tradition, madam.
Oh, do intervene. No one here would mind it one bit, I'm sure.
Local tradition? Local tradition? This farce has absolutely nothing to do with local tradition. We don't burn poor defenseless animals in bonfires on Reap Moon's Eve.
Well, it's not an animal, is it?
What?
I mean, it's magical. It's a talking bird. Not an animal, per se.
Technically, the man is not wrong. I'll give him that.
Of course, it's an animal. Magical or not, it's a living creature, and you should put a stop to this right now.
Yeah, what she said.
Sorry, madam, but unless an actual human is being harmed, we cannot intervene.
Ruddy coward. That goes for the lot of you, especially that pig. Cowards!
Humanity, honor, humility.
Hello? What do you want, bird?
Help me.
I don't have time for...
I know you. I've seen engravings. You're Kian.
Keep your voice down. Where did you see those engravings?
I spent some time in Sadir. I'm Crow, friend of April Ryan and Zoë Castillo.
You were a friend of April?
Friend, partner, sidekick. I came back to Marcuria to find you, believe it or not. And since you're the reason I'm in this predicament, you have to help me. And quickly, because soon, if things go the way they appear to be going, I'll be very, very hot.
I'm sorry, Bird, but I need to find a way into the tower, and time is running...
The tower? The Azadi Tower? Big, white, cloud-piercing edifice? I know a way into the tower. A secret way. Get me out of this death trap, and I'll get you inside the tower, I swear on my hatchling nest.
If you're lying, I'll snap your scrawny neck.
Cross my beak and hope to die, which is a distinct possibility. Quickly now, that madman won't orate forever.
Deceased things. It may be pleasing in appearance, some of them. Come to witness the burning of the necromancer's minion, have you? And there's always room for one more witness.
That man again. When will he ever shut
the
up?
The only way to rid the world of
this
magic
seems like an obvious
is
target
to
for sabotage.
To burn it with fire. The fire
This must be the kindling they used to start the pyre.
The fire destroys the contagion.
This seems
the
like an
fire
obvious
brings the
target
light
for
of
sabotage.
goodness to us all, and we shall embrace it.
Filthy as sin. All of them. They reek of foul spirits and human sick. Welcome to Reap. Which one's least filthy? Nope. They're all filthy. I feel unclean. Empty. Not surprising. I'd say it was empty, but that'd be an insult to the thick crust of filth lining this cup.
As we all know, I'm running for office in the City Watch, where I can personally supervise the hunt for non-humans and magic in Marcuria. When I'm elected...
Everyone's drunk, uninhibited, agitated. This could go very wrong, very quickly.
This bird is only the meager...
A pumpkin. An odd vegetable. Nathan, in this city, they have bathtubs for birds. The Northlanders are an odd folk.
Contagions.
If anything, this foul water has made the flagon even filthier.
fire destroys the contagion. The fire brings the light of goodness to us all.
This should be enough.
And we shall
Sounds like
embrace
Hilaris
it.
is about to wrap up his mad ramblings. I'll just have to wait and watch.
Aye, oh no, Hiller, but enough talk. This bewinged demon, this symbol of sorcery, this affront to humanity must burn.
Must he? Must is a very strong word. I'm not sure it's a word I'd use to...
Burn, you transmogrified necromancer! Burn!
Oh boy, here we go.
It's not lighting up. Oh, curse this cheap imported hay. Probably purchased from non-human farmers. Oh, forget this. Phew. Burn, feathered gargoyle.
Gargoyle? No. No. No!
Humanity, honor, humility. Certain poor,
Perhaps I can use this for
individuals
something.
seem to be of the opinion that we should be protecting magicals rather than protecting humanity against magicals. What sort of madness is that? Or what would incite a respectable woman to stand up and make a fool of herself in a crowd of decent, hard-working men in order to defend?
Are those yams? No, only apples. Oh. Reap Moon's Eve must be very important to Mercurians if they're willing to make such fools of themselves. Everyone's drunk, uninhibited, agitated. This could go very wrong, very quickly. Bird baths. Goddess.
I, Ono Hilaris, pledge to you, the good people of Mercuria, that I will leave no cobblestone unturned, no cellar door unlocked, no privy unexplored to find the last remnants of magic in our fair city.
In front of everyone? While I'm on a covert mission?
As we all know,
No,
I'm running for
I'm not
office in
thinking
City
straight.
Watch, where I can
More
personally
subtlety is required.
supervise the hunt for non-humans and magic in Mercuria. When I'm elected, there shall be nightly burnings.
I don't think they're here to hear
This
him speak.
bird is
They're
only
just
the
drawn
meager
to
beginnings
spectacle
of our
like moths to-
crusade. We've
well,
been
to
soft on
fire.
magicals. We've been soft on those
I could
who
use
support
this to grab the
sorcery.
bird's cage, but I'd be spotted immediately, and I can't risk sabotaging tonight's mission. No. I need to find a way to remove Hilaris and the crowd of onlookers before I can... Empty. Not surprising.
So now, I shall put my torch to this fire, and we shall watch the bird burn.
I could use this to grab the bird's cage, but I'd be spotted immediately, and I can't risk sabotaging tonight's mission. No. I need to find a way to remove Hilaris and the crowd of onlookers before I can grab the cage.
Non-humans have lower intelligence, less compassion and empathy than humans. It's a scientific fact. Learned scholars have measured skulls and come to this conclusion. You can look it up in books.
The crowd's fired up. They're hoping for a show. I don't think they're here to hear him speak. They're just drawn to spectacle like moths. Apparently, the reaping's the right time for pumpkins. A purple rose of the north. Purple rose? This is supposed to be a wine.
It's Rape Moon's Eve, sir, and you appear to be uninebriated. For shame! Public intoxication is practically mandatory this evening. You're in luck, sir. Most stalls have shut down for the evening, but we're open and will remain open until the very last bottle has been sold. Which, from my experience, won't be too long now. The discriminating Northlander knows we're a notch above the rest. No Southlands imports here, sir. These bottles are tapped in the Northlands with wine from the tart purple grape of...
I'm sure your wine is more than adequate, merchant.
Oh. Very well. What can I get you tonight, most sober of sirs? Perhaps you want to sample a bottle before you buy?
I'm not some barbarian choosing wines merely by color. A small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir?
Where I can personally supervise the hunt for non-humans and magic in Mercuria. When I'm elected, there shall be nightly burning.
Dragon's fire. They've even put a little fireball on the bottle. I'm not sure if that's an invitation or a warning. Goat's Hollow Winery. No. Purple Rose of the North. Purple Rose? This is supposed to be a wine.
Interesting. You want to sample the Dragon's Fire, our most potent wine, capable of reducing seasoned warriors to tears and bashful maidens to...
I want to taste it now.
As you please, sir. There you go, sir. Give that a smell, a swirl, and a sip.
He expects the cup to be empty. Besides, no honorable man returns a full cup to his host.
Shadow! Burns like fire! Tonight we fight like dragons.
Have you finished sampling, sir? If so, please return the cup and we can commence our business. Hello again. Changed your mind, sir? Do you perhaps want a little sampler?
I'll need more than a thimbleful. A bottle will serve me better. I'm buying.
Which wine, sir? Oh, that's no ordinary wine. That, good sir, is a bottle of Dragon's Fire. Fermented using the finest hand-picked bottles in our collection. Fortified with honey and
What's
malt.
the price?
You don't want some proper background before you...
How much?
125 silver coins, sir.
What? No. I don't have that kind of coin.
Well, it's between my stock and sobriety at this hour. That choice ought to make itself. Can't stay away, can you, sir? Buy or sample?
I'm not some a small sample before I...
Which wine? Interesting.
You want to...
I want to tell...
As you... There you go, sir. Give that a smell, a swirl, and a scent.
It's a scientific fact. Learned scholars have measured skulls and come to this conclusion. You can look it up in books. Magicals are diseased things. It may be pleasing.
What are you doing?
In appearance,
Don't talk to me.
some of them.
Find a way to
Some
save
may
me.
even be said to be beautiful. But they are carriers of foul fevers and sorcerous contagions. The only way to rid the world of magic is to burn it. To burn it with fire. The fire cleanses. The fire destroys the contagion. The fire brings the light
That's
of
barely
goodness
2 drops.
to us all.
I'll need a lot more for this to have any
And we shall
effect.
embrace it.
He expects the cup to be empty. Besides, no honorable man returns a full cup to his host. That was like drinking the Shadow's sulphurous piss. I'm reasonably certain that had bird shit in it. I just drank bird shit. This was not a well-considered action by any measure of things.
What can I get you tonight, most sober of sirs?
Why do I
Perhaps you
do
want to
this to
sample a
myself?
bottle before you buy?
I'm a small sample before I...
Which wine, sir? Interesting. You want to sample the Dragon's Fire, our most potent wine, capable of reducing
I want to taste...
As you please. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5... 8... 9... 10... Odd. I don't remember the tasting cup being quite so expansive.
Witchcraft and wizardry. The Wicked Witch of the North. Death to magic. Death to magicals. Non-humans have lower intelligence,
This should be enough.
less compassion,
Sounds like
and
Hilarious is
empathy
about to wrap
than
up
humans.
his mad
It's
ramblings.
a scientific
I'll just have
fact.
to wait and
Learned
watch.
scholars have measured skulls and come to this conclusion. But enough talk! This bewinged demon, this symbol of sorcery, this affront to humanity must burn.
Must he? Must is a very strong word. I'm not sure it's a word I'd use to...
Burn, you transmogrified necromancer! Burn!
Oh boy, here we go.
God save me! God save me! Help me!
You lot, break it up. Nothing to see here. We need to get him to a healer, now! Goddess protect us. We'll be lucky to survive the night. Right, party's over. Go on, all of you. Go home. Be with your families.
Good job. And now? Talk about cutting things close. I smell of singed plumage and smoke.
So, were you lying to me about that secret entrance to the tower?
No, I would never. Well, I totally would. That would be just like me, lying to save my tail feathers. But I was actually telling the truth. I do know a way into the tower. From below. No? Not making much of an impression on you. Okay then. Follow me, big guy, and I'll lead you through the darkness into the light. The light, in this case, being the tower. More specifically, that weird pillar of dreamy light rising into the center of the tower with all the rotating metal bits.
You mean the engine?
Is that what they call it? The weird thing with the gears and the levers and the metal whatsits? Then yes, the engine. What, you don't want to go there?
Lead the way, Bird. And fast.
Crow. And I'm useful again.
Imbeciles? Amateurs? Don't they know who they're dealing with? Don't they know who I... Finally. What took you so long? I've been in here for days.
You fool. How did you manage to get yourself locked up?
Some people don't appreciate art.
Come. You need to prepare the engine for the ritual.
Yes, Master. About bloody time.
Home sweet home. I'm sure you remember this place. I mean, you raided it and arrested everyone and directly contributed to closing it down for good. Remember?
Yes, Bird, I remember.
Good. Yeah, it's a far cry from how it looked back in those happy days, but I've nested here, it's not bad. Also, it's Crow. My name is Crow.
What does this place have to do with the tower?
Okay, right. So, there's a secret passage leading from the cellar into a ruined subterranean city below Marcuria. Both April and Zoe used it. I've been through there a few times myself. Purely for research purposes, of course. Not to look for treasure.
Where's the cellar?
Behind the bar and to the right.
For a bird, he appears remarkably intelligent. Annoying, but intelligent.
The cellar door is behind the bar.
This is the cellar door?
They've boarded it up? It wasn't boarded up the last time I checked. Or maybe it was. To be honest, I haven't been down there in ages. Well, I guess this is it. There's no way past those flimsy wooden boards. How about grabbing a cup of ale and a front seat to the end of the world? This is it. The end of our journey. And we came so close. I have to say, this turned out to be quite the twist.
A flimsy thing. It won't stop me or
I
my
forgot
foot.
my purse somewhere, so I'm dead broke. Okay, violence. I'm not used to adventuring with people who resort to violence. I have to say, it's very refreshing not having to look for keys or levers or trying to trick wizards into lowering bridges. We should have brought you along from the start. You would have saved us a lot of time.
Let's go, Bird.
Crow. Seriously. Watch your step, big guy. Here we are. This is it. The entrance to the grand underground realm beneath Marcuria. It doesn't look so grand from this side, but believe me, it's grand.
There's nothing here.
No, watch this. This next part is truly awesome. Ahem. Look! Not bad, eh? Just like with your foot upstairs, except with my voice. Come on! What are you waiting for?
I can't get through there.
Oh, sure you can. It's just... Oh, yeah, no. I see what you mean. That would be a tight squeeze. You're bigger than I thought, big guy. Weird. When April and Zoe did it, they fit perfectly, and they're not that much smaller than... Wait, I know. You need to sing.
Sing?
Makes perfect sense. Bird makes music, bird-sized hole appears, human makes music. Well, you do the math.
I can't sing.
You have a sing hole in your face. Blow air through it. Go on. The fate of the universe depends on it.
Fine. How does it go again?
Now you. Go!